Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 9, Instant Market by this code here, which is Interdimension or Code.
Wow.
It is a set. Oh, and double villager market for Jidba as well.
Jidba even going even heavier to the market, not even making stable.
Let's see, it should be earlier for Jidba. Let's see what the price is. Oh, and he knows it's off. 500 gold only for. That's not a lot. Let's see how much did the players get out of the market.
It's
4k against 500.
He could have sold stone orchid since he didn't get anything.
Okay, let's see. He's getting I think he got one villager.
But I don't like Jidba start at all. Well, now he's heading stables. It looked for a moment that he's going only
He's building houses
3
for
stables.
Villagers.
Yeah, that's weird.
Full rush there. Both players didn't read just yet, so that would have been a spot where he could go for it. Maybe thought the ghost was a bit. I think Orchid could have went for a restart here, but he's getting a lot of villagers. 10 to 6 villagers, 10 to 5 villagers.
Orchid has really nice hills that he can take in front of Jidba's base.
He is going for the very aggressive moves here. He is ahead by 10 military, 37 to 27 at this point. 1,000 getting up by Jidba.
It's a really ballsy move because he knows that the both players made markets, so it's kind of even situation, and he knows that if he doesn't make enough damage, Jidba will just outmass him with gold units.
Oof. Now 13 to 6 villagers. It's just looking so good when it comes to villagers, and
really nice castle from Orchid.
The one in the front there, and he really wants to get that up, so actually working villagers is pretty even.
Oh, look at the raid at the right side of Jidba's base. Really nice. Even maxing out with lower numbers.
So the thing is now, the main gold spot of Interdimension was pretty unfortunate, and he needs to get a lot of gold pretty fast, because he invested so much into raiding. The kill sets are actually pretty even, but villager count is just 17 to 6. And now Rams coming in, not really sure about that addition.
I really like that Orchid is not making Mamelukes. He really needs to get trips out of his castles, and there is no time for making Mamelukes.
Now, as we mentioned before, look at the...
Don't send your camels alone there. Oh, he realized.
He's just now doing a good job. Not really sure what he's doing. He's getting back and forth. While controlling those armies is so tough indeed, so I can't really blame them. So much fire onagers. You don't want to get fire from onagers, but you at the same time want to be present a bit. Oh, that was lucky.
Who asked that to end it here?
Well, military count of 110 against 90. The code is trying to take the fight, and most of the army is actually back from Jidba. Is Interdimension pulling it off? It's 95 to 60 now. He's doing a great fight. Onager should fight him. One castle going down. Still not getting on his main gold spot is Jidba. And this looking like Jidba might be holding. He is.
Wow, what a fight.
At the same time, so much
from
map
Jidba
control.
now is that he has no map control at all. Interdimension has been taking all the golds and all the map meanwhile.
Yeah,
as he should.
As he should, one monastery, and as we said before, so many relics all over the map. So if we get into an advantage of maybe 8 against 4 relics, the dimension can take the fight afterward. And now Mamelukes close to the castle. He will snipe down those traps. That will lose most of his army. It's only one trap for Jidba left, and he has no chance of expanding. He only has one gold spot in the front there. Let's take a look. A lot of villagers preparing. They can outpair one trap at the teams.
Look at the populations.
Oh god, 60 against 45, so low. We are in an 11-minute deathmatch game. I think this castle will go down, and after that both players have to lick their wounds. Kill statistics pretty even. Interdimension, all the map control in the world. But he only has 0 relics. That's not a lot. Now the first one just came in. Both players have 0 relics, I believe.
Oh yeah. Well, I think it doesn't matter at this point yet, but this starts to matter soon.
Yeah, it will start to matter soon, indeed. I think in the dimension now, going for more and more outside relics, he might get up to like 8 to 4 relics. That's kind of my prediction. He's controlling.
Oh, what is? Where are the units going? From interdimension, picking a bad fight there. Wow.
Okay, so only 37 villagers for Jidba, who has around 6 disease, so that should be doable for him. Take a look at his resources. 0 gold, very little.
Oh, and nice orange shots to Jidba's Mamelukes.
110 against 60. Oh, this fight was so clutch. At the same time, Interdimension did just a great job controlling everything. And is controlling this gold spot over here, and he sees there are more gold spots. He knows there's a relic close by. He wants to secure that relic as well. And yeah, just doing everything right, I believe. Dimension did not build a single Mameluke just yet in this whole game.
Yeah, it's... Saracen can be played that way.
Absolutely.
Remember that Camel beat Mameluke 1v1. But the thing is that you can just stack them, like, you know.
Yeah, and Mamelukes are worse against Onagers as well.
Yeah.
So that's a good trade for... Oh! That's a good trade for Jidba. He's not trying to expand in the north. More tech coming in. Take a look at the relics. It is 4 for Orchid now. I can see at least 3 that he will get.
Yeah, it's looking really good for relic-wise for even if this game goes slower.
Yeah, it might get 7 against 5. Let's see this.
So how much was there totally? 10 or 12?
I think it's 12.
Yeah. Okay.
At least I did the math with 12 all the time. Okay, pop 164 into dimension 134 Jidba. He's now getting most of his main gold spot, but that's the only gold he gets in addition to those 3 at the side. So yeah, nice wall off with the sea truck shop here.
Ooh, is Interdimension going to lose all his... Oh, Nagerson. Drips there, really painful to see. All of them going down, no.
Traps, some onagers, some camels. Yes, onager should go down.
Now he needs to take some stone. Does he have left? Yeah, he has. And just make castle on that hill where he's taking gold in the dimension, and he should be in really good position.
Building siege workshops there now. See if he can get... Oh, the relic is taken now. So I think all the relic but 1 are in the monastery. It will be 8 against 4. At the moment it's 8 against 3. So that's a big advantage for sure. So at the moment, although Interdimension has the offensive, has all the map control, you can even make a point for him not attacking and playing it out slowly. Those 2 traps are in a beautiful position, but if Interdimension is cutting through the wood, he could easily kill those 2 traps. See, maybe he can't even shoot over the forest. I believe it's 9 range here. That should be possible. Yeah, easily. So Jidba now really on his back with using more gold spots. out of his main gold spot, so only 2 small.
Oh, nice! Bringing those monks to fight again.
Are they? Oh, yeah, here in the front, exactly, yeah. But there's not much army. Oh god, 11 army only of Jidba.
He can always convert siege onagers from distance. Of course, he will not be getting them to himself since Saracens get heresy, but it's always good to kill them.
Always good indeed. Even this gold spot on the right hand side is getting too awkward, and I'm pretty safe to predict that the score after this game will be 5-4.
But for who?
Oh, I can't spoil that yet. That yet.
Oh yeah.
So another big attack coming in the middle. Most of the onagers going down. Not really. Not happy how the onager control went, and the patrol went poorly there as well. All the monks will go down. Most of the camels went down, and I had to give the advantage to Orchid, but Jidba again doing everything right to stay in this game. But the setup for Interdimension is just so much better for the long run.
You mean the camels only?
I mean, how many
map
relics
control.
he has, how many map control he has, the gold control,
yeah. He could possibly switch to Mamelukes already, but he will win even, well, most likely will win, even if he just makes camels just due to all the things you say.
This is fight he will, I think, win, especially if he's sending all his camels there. Well, all the villagers died, but just not the fights Jidba wants to take. He wants to take convincing wins now, and not close losses.
Yeah. Now he tries to clean those traps that are hitting his castle at the right side. That gives Interdimension chance to start trapping Jidba space at the left side.
Now he does not have any traps just yet, so...
Yeah, just going.
So, Jidba going for a market again. Let's take a look at what's the market prices of both players to leave the market and not rebuild a new one. Right, of villagers, let's take a look at market prices. Stone is still very good. Food at 38, wood at 19. Right hand side we can see Jidba now building another castle after he lost the first one, trying to get some wood and building lots of camels, trying to defend against the raid there, and yeah, that should be pretty cost efficient for Jidba.
Yeah, even having the TC giving some hits to the camels.
Now the traps just on the left hand side are finally coming in. And some attack on the right hand side, so nice splitting up there.
Oh, could have put the traps on the hill. Not a perfect play from Interdimension. But we can give him sorry.
Let's see, now retreating the traps. Not really sure if he's actually attacking the traps. Yeah, he is, but only with a few camels. Might not even get a single trap down there. 11 HP. All those villagers are now repairing the traps. This castle
And on the left side.
On the other side, we have a better fight for Jidba. Onagers not doing the job they're supposed to do. Oh, and now they got big shots there, and now big other shots again. Wow. So it was a bad fight, but it he kind of got out okay-ish.
Yeah.
He can take those fights. Jidba cannot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now it's open to raid the right side again. And I believe 700 gold. Basically
and Jidba starts to run out of gold.
Yeah, he only has 800 more to mine. if you discount those gold spots. And poof.
And intermission was securing the other gold. The right side that Jidba was taking.
Still has gold.
I thought it
in
was
the
castle
bag.
there, but it was TC. Bit weird position for TC there.
More camels trying to kill the Onager, but the Onager gets to the back. It's getting secured. Not the best fight for interdimension again, but it's just forcing Jidba to take fight that he
Look
can't
at
take all
Jidba's
year long.
TC.
Yeah, it's just weird out of range to see there. And now big fight on the left hand side. Jidba is patrolling there. Interdimension is standing like a full group of camels in.
Oh, the rams can do the difference because camels take so long time to kill the rams.
It was become too low indeed. Left hand side the clear up. It's pop 160 for interdimension, 130 for Jidba, who's really struggling. Let's switch into his point of view. He has a lot of food, reasonable amount of wood, but the gold income is just so low. Now the left hand side again taken by Orchid, who's now doubling his gold income in the south by adding a second villager. And he knows, okay, I win if I only take enough gold. So he's just controlling this area, and yeah, I think that's a
Actually, Orchid is out of gold, but the relics make the difference. Well, he's not, but only few mines, gold mines to mine left. For Orchid also.
So wood and food
So
is now
in
at
theory,
1-2.
he should be winning this.
Yeah, absolutely. Now this is a fight he should be losing. Not really sure if he wants to take that.
Yeah, he shouldn't take it.
He is going back, yeah, sacrificing all his villagers, trying to get as much gold out of it as he possibly can. At the same time, he got nice raids off at the right hand side.
Sometimes when you are in the position of like Orchid is, like he knows that the enemy has no gold and he can just take bad fights, and but if he does that too many times, it just gives Jidba's chances to come back to the game, and it looks like it's happening now.
Jidba even asked how many relics do you have, so he doesn't know the amount. And so it's awkward as it seems. Wow! Look at this! Jidba did ask. Okay. I will take my wow back. So both players telling each other how many relics they have. Now adding another monastery to heal the camels. So now they actually know what's going on. What's the plan now? Both players completely camping. Building a monk.
Well, thing is that Jidba cannot do anything pretty much. He just has to wait for Orchid's push and try to do something. Wondering if they will start to make trash.
Well, I'm a bit surprised that we didn't see hussars this far, just to send like 5 in the eco.
Yeah, maybe they're thinking that selling food is better than using them to hussar.
Two different approaches. Orchid is standing on 100 military and banking food and wood. On the other side, we have Jidba who's selling food and wood just to get out more Mamelukes to get into maybe a stronger overall military. Both players pretty much have 100 villagers and the rest is the whole army. So let's see.
What? Jidba is making champions? What?
Champions aren't bad against camels.
Yeah, that's
bad
true,
against Mamelukes.
Mamelukes will be much better.
Okay, let's see another big fight, and that should be a better fight for Jidba indeed. And I think Orchid should not take this fight. This might be a changer. Obviously, onagers are super good, and Mameluke's raining down from behind as well. This is charged to
he's not fighting with all his army.
And he's having 40 in the back. That was so incredibly good for Jidba.
Wow. If Jidba comes back from this, we will possibly see comeback of...
Yeah, then the series is over.
Year.
If Jidba wins this game, the series is over. Orchid will be completely broken.
Possible. I see it as a problem that Orchid didn't make Mamelukes at this game.
Yeah, or maybe 2 or 3 onagers would have helped out. That's 2 or 3 onagers in the back and could have killed all the Mamelukes.
Yeah. Now Jidba can just make champions, actually, since Orchid is not making Mamelukes.
He is going for exactly that, as you can see.
Yeah, now he realized that he has to make them.
Maybe even pikemen could have been an option.
They take so long time to kill camel.
Yeah.
It's not like making pikemen against paladins, which is much more efficient than to make pikemen against camels.
Okay, why is that?
But
Does it cost the attack bonus is bigger?
yeah, pikeman has bigger attack bonus against cavalries than against camels. It takes like a year from pikeman to kill 1 camel. I think camel wins 1 versus 1, or even 2 versus 1. Not sure about that, but but wouldn't be surprised if Jidba made pikemen.
Jidba is now going down to 2 castles, and Orchid is at 3, I believe, yeah. So, slowly crawling his way up forward. Another Mameluke for Jidba now. He was really...
Orchid is playing this super safe. well, he
well,
has
this
to do
fight
his
wasn't
play like
super
that,
safe.
Yeah,
Fights
it
he took
wasn't.
before.
Maybe a bit of shaking there.
Shaking super safe. Okay, now another big fight. Oh god, the patrol was pretty bad. And he
Gems can make a difference here.
Yeah, but now...
Although he has gems now.
Standing
I mean,
a lot of
Mamelukes.
Mamelukes on his own. A lot of camels as well. I think this fight will be better for intermission.
You can see the champs made good meathead for the Mamelukes, and the camels were fighting champs there instead of fighting the Mamelukes.
The castle
really
went
good
down,
choice.
so it's now only 1 castle against 3. And all the traps went down, so cost efficiently it was again good for Jidba.
Wow.
And now we're looking at Pop 140 against Pop 170 in favor of Jidba.
Wow, if interdimensional loses this, it's really amazing play by Jidba.
Yeah, it is.
Considering which
just
position
staying
he was.
so long in the game is an amazing play by Jidba. You're still playing against one of the greatest players of this game basically, and he's still in this game having the lead, trying to crawl back onto some map control. Let's see, those hussars should die against the pikemen.
Now Jidba has reached at the point that he can start pushing. He had to pick those fights to get better army. Although he's losing a bit army there, or free.
Hitting some at the left hand side of the right hand side, nice raid. And
Jidba doesn't have really any options to push anywhere. There's so big hills everywhere he tries to go.
very true. So long time till he runs out of wood, obviously. And now the Dimension's just camping, getting up his Mameluke army. Let's switch into his point of view and see. Yeah, look at those castles, always juicy, costly units there. Now finally the Hussar raids are coming in. They should get themselves some villagers, but Pikemanry being produced there should clear that up. No problemo. Still 8 relics, 4 interdimension, 4 relics, 4 Jidba. So time still ticking for our player in the blue trunks. And now adding some skirmishers, or what is he going for if he goes for archery rangers? Arbalest, hand cannoneers?
Probably skirmishers, since Jidba has only kind of units that skirms are.
Wow, what a sick micro there! What a sick micro there by Interdimension. I think he only lost 2 hussars there against like 20 pikemen. And still he just ran them back, did split off some off, had them on passive so they wouldn't auto attack into them, and in the meantime Mamluks could kill the pikemen. I've never seen that before. That was pretty darn good. Sweet move. It wasn't much, but I really have never seen that kind of micro before.
Let's see if... What do you think, who wins the fight? I think Jidba wins the fight if they take fight now.
Yeah,
the onagers
the
make
only
the
2 onagers, yeah, that's a big difference. Indeed,
and
yeah.
hussars are a bit waste here.
I think if I was awkward, I see this fight and would just run to the top with all my hussars. I would go back, sacrifice my 2. Let's see, but he wants to take the fight. The pikemen are mainly down. Now big onager shots against Mamluks. Mamluks overextending a bit from Jidba. I think he's not taking the best fight. The onagers in the back. Now finally running down, and now he's killing all the Mamelukes. And oh god, Jidba again coming out ahead in those fights.
Orchid just can't take these fights if he wants to win this game. It just makes so much harder for himself to win this game.
Oh god, how is this happening?
Wow. Orchid could just sell all his food and make Mamelukes and gold units. Look at how much food he has. Well, Jidba has pretty much the same resources.
Gotti, what a game!
This is like chess right now.
A bit like it, but one player getting another peasant, or how are they called? I think peasants, right? Yeah, another peasant like every 8 moves to get another peasant. Yeah. And he's still wasting them.
There's pretty vulnerable echo for Jidba at the top.
Yeah, that's true, and now the raid is coming in. And onagers for Jidba, no onagers for Interdimension. And the trade I thought would come to the top, it did stop some.
Oh, and Jidba seems like taking better fight once again.
Indeed, yeah, Mamelukes now most likely will run.
Pikeman Mameluk combo just seems like to be much better than Mameluk Hussar combo.
Yeah, obviously, and especially I think the 2 onagers are doing the main damage.
I think Orchid thinks that he shouldn't make pikemen since he has so much gold, I mean relics, but that would be better for him if he just...
I think it's totally fine to
not
not build pikemen, but he needs to raid more. Oh, now in the north he's totally shut down again.
True. Where's Jidba taking wood?
In the north he's taking some. In the east
he's taking it safe spot.
Yeah.
Because the longer the game goes, Jidba will run out of wood, I think, faster.
That's true. A lot of wood on the map, but at the moment he is not getting... If those 2 trees or forests are dry, he's not taking any safe woods anymore. At the right hand side he's losing some ground. It's now 190 pop against 160. 1 more villagers going down. Both players still at around 100, and the rest is total military pop limit now for our player in blue. Oh, and there was a hole between the racks and monastery, as it seems. Not really sure how the hussars got in there.
Yeah, could have also gone through those houses.
Now another raid.
Wow.
Those Mamelukes obviously will easily clear that out.
Yeah, why is he sending Mamelukes to raid? Don't get that.
He really wants to raid. So right hand side pushes now Evil Knievel. A lot of rams doing damage. And yeah, a lot of villagers dying on the right hand side. Now skirmishers on the left hand side even more. So now they're behind the wood line. So now no more wood income for Jidba here. And he's still leading in points.
I like how Jidba is having one huge army and he's cleaning, orchestrating just one by one, having bigger mass.
Yeah, but at the same time he's losing villagers obviously, down to 80 villagers now.
That's the downside of it, having like one big army and trying to kill all the raidings.
More rams.
You will always get hurt.
Frontal attack, I'm not really sure about that. Saving the Mamelukes. I think a full attack on the right hand side could do major damage there for Harkut.
Yeah, if he could take those Jidba's last castles, it would be pretty much over.
Yeah, the last castles are obviously big, but just controlling the wood area, killing those 2 TCs should do.
Yeah, but
good job.
He still has food on the left side. But of course losing a lot of that farm area hurts a lot.
At the moment there are a lot of villagers there, now back to 107 villagers, so staying in the game, Pop 190 against Pop 160, and the army at the moment is better from Jidba, but just more and more raids coming in, another attack through the middle, and I think this attack will not be efficient again. Some damage against the Onager. More raids coming from the left hand side, and this is attack I love. So now triple pronged attack. Look at this, getting cleared up in the middle. But as you said, Jidba is only doing cost efficient clear ups, but will take some time to clear up at all the spots. And yeah,
he will be always taking some damage somewhere where he cannot like move his units.
Yeah, and Intermission is just doing the right things, building siege workshop stables, archery ranges at all the sides, and just preparing more and more attacks. And now even skirms don't perform too bad against.
Yeah. It almost one-shot at the mammal. That massive skirms.
More coming in, and he's just producing everywhere. Still some army at not the greatest places, but it's raiding. As you can see, Jidba just cleared up the right hand side, is going back, and more skirms, more hussars coming in. He gets no time to breathe here. Ops are still even. Resources are in favor of Jidba actually, but just this is a game of map control.
And Jidba hasn't it at all.
So funny. Now Interdimensional is kind of playing the Jidba style, doing one waypoint at home and then just patrolling at different angles.
I like how he's battering all the skirmishers and Mamelukes and Hussars in the same mixture.
Yeah, that looks so newbie, but...
But even 2K3 players do it.
I think at the moment he could cut the Mamelukes. Because he will not take real fights anyways, he's just raiding and map controlling. And so he is just wasting gold at places where he doesn't really need to.
Yeah. But oh! Orchid losing all his raiding army for pretty much nothing. The middle. But he's doing really nice damage there, yeah. Forcing Jidba now to move all his Mamelukes. That gives opportunity for Interdimension to right hand side. As we can see, he's moving all his army there, right? now.
And now he's sending in more on the right hand side, also that is. Our market is going down. Stable should be going down. And yeah, that's...
Let's see those gears.
They're not performing great, but I think it's reasonable. Like, even if you kill 5 Mamelukes and lose 20 skirms, I think that's a trade you want to take at the moment. Oh, and that has to be an exhausting game, so whoever loses this game really has to be like, oof. Oof. That didn't feel great.
Yeah.
And it's funny that how the deathmatch games work. That's still like the advantage from minute 3.5. Killing 5 villagers to play with 12 at the same time. That's just the advantage from that minute that the blue player here is still relying on.
Yeah. But is it Jidba's greatness or good sloppiness to that the game has been this long? What do you think?
I think it's both.
Yeah. Intermission should have ended this game.
Yeah, I think he should have ended it. And but I think
Jidba has been
great.
doing really nice job messing, like picking better fights.
Yeah.
He never really picked a bad fight in this game.
Yeah, kill statistics are probably in his favor as well. And remember, that's even with losing lots and lots of villagers.
Yeah.
Funny defense on the left hand side. If he would move some units more to the north, he could cut the trees there. Now over chopped in the middle.
Oh yeah. Jidba making siege into defense there.
That did not work out. For 160 for both players, still playing their heart out. I mentioned without any gold. So is Jidba.
Do we see the first raiding attempt from Jidba in this game?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Well, the food equals just a bit better for Jidba if you look at the farm placement. But yeah, that only makes the difference of like 3 to 5 pop.
So, are we going to see 2 hours game or possibly?
I think it will be less. I think it will be 140.
Okay.
But
Jidba's population is still looking really good.
Yeah, and Jidba is banking at least some gold now. Is having a lot of hussars.
And
I think this might be longer, yeah.
It's been doing really great job replacing those dead farmers. As you can see, there's not too many idle farms there.
But he has 30 idle villagers at the moment.
Yeah, that's true. Where are all those? Oh, in the TC it seems.
Another raid to the right hand side.
And Jidba will just clean all.
Yeah, he will clean it up. We'll lose one town center, maybe 37 HP. We'll save it even.
Yeah, that's funny. You don't usually think that losing TC in deathmatch hurts, but at this point it really hurts if he loses TC.
Yeah, he doesn't have...
Considering that he has to recreate the villagers a lot, since he's losing so much to the trading.
Jidba now ahead by 20 pop. What are we witnessing?
some crazy game.
And the Dimension now building a nice amount of Mamelukes though. But... and a lot of traps. He wants to go for final push in the middle. I think he will just give up the side. I think he should wall the left hand side, wall the right hand side, and now should go for one final push in the middle. And as you can see, he's using all his resources. He's building 2 traps, one already finished.
Some Spec asking why no wall. Well, I think any walls wouldn't help anyone in this game.
Well, the problem with walls is you kind of rely on them, and people can just cut around with siege onagers already tagged, obviously, by both civilizations, because we are playing in post-imperial age, and rams are super effective against walls as well. So walls, if they help you, they will only help you for a small amount of seconds, and yeah, they can give you a false idea of safety. So now the big fight in the middle again. Interdimension did show us to take very bad fights in those. Let's see how he's performing now. 2 traps on the castle.
You mentioned about siege generators and cut. Interdimension could do a really dick move and cut all Jidba's forest there.
I think that's not a dick move. I think that would be great strategic RTS gaming.
Oh yeah, you don't think that way then?
Yeah, I don't think that way. But I've learned from Alclan Bender, so now we can see Onager shots now for the first time in the game. We can see them in the
first. Oh, where did that die? Jidba just sniped the SO with metal.
And another great engagement for Jidba there. Interdimension has to fall back 150 against 180. Onagers, I'm not really sure how that Onager died. I didn't see the Mamelukes over here, probably that one. Kills. And now again. Oof.
Yeah, it's the same cycle that just keeps repeating itself.
Oh, and now Mamelukes overextending there. Should Interdimension now start to think about cutting wood, controlling only wood now instead of taking fights? Still has a lot of map control.
I think Interdimension would cut the wood if he realizes that, but you don't usually think about it. Especially after this long game, your brain work isn't at the best.
Yeah, I can see that. So the monastery is kind of exposed now, so if they wanted to go for a ram go on the left hand side, but I'm not really sure if he even sees that. Yeah, he sees the monastery. But oh, now a nice raiding in the north here should get himself a nice amount of villagers.
Wow.
Let's take a look at the
Jidba
resources.
be sloppy not sending his Mamelukes that are just near them.
Don't be a sloppy boy.
He's not even seeing that. Losing like 10-15 villagers before seeing.
And at the same time he's losing his defensive SO there. And losing some more villagers, dropping down to pops 170
Can he save? Only one died.
And at the front another one died, so 2 down. And he has 19 gold, just invested everything in something.
What resources is he selling?
What is he?
Food, I think.
Oh, he just bought himself another castle.
Wow.
Oh,
that's a nice position for the castle.
It's close to
Really nice position.
That's protecting a lot, and he knows Mamelukes is a strong unit. In this game, there's only 1 castle against 3 castles. It will get tough for him. Now another push coming in the middle here. At the same time, I predict a go on the left hand side and on the right hand side. Perfectly timed 3-prong attack again by Interdimension. Really putting Jidba on the edge here, but he did react so perfectly every time. I wouldn't be surprised if he's shutting it down again. Now that's very cost inefficient for Jidba. In the north he isn't having anything but the 2 or 3 champs he had there. And more siege workshops again.
I think this might be the final.
Oh, and I did predict 140, but I did take it back afterwards, so... let's see, that's another fight which...
What is that fight?
Interdimension shouldn't take...
Yeah.
130 for Jidba now.
I think now it starts to look very good for Interdimension.
It indeed does. More pikemen on the left hand side now, another TC going down. More pikemen in the back, more raiding. 130 still against the maxed out Saracen player from the south. Let's take a look at Eco. It's looking pretty strong. Only having 9 idle villagers at this late game stage. Pretty darn good control. And preparing another check through the middle. Let's take a look. How many lumberjacks does Jidba have?
0.
0. 7 builders, 17 idols, 54 farmers. So, and now he's dry on wood.
Yeah.
That might be the final game ending there. Pop 160 against Pop 200 though. Very sad. You mentioned anticipating that Jidba wanted to reclaim that wood in this area, but wasn't actually doing that just now. Trying to get more villagers out, only being at 86 there, struggling a bit with his eco, and again attacks on so many different sides.
Look at Orchid's stone count.
Orchid stone count, wow, so 1.2k.
Why does he not use that stone? It's maybe he doesn't realize.
What for? Like, where would you want to have the castle? He has 3 castles for production, that's fine.
Yeah, but for securing, like, where he's pushing right now, he could make 1 castle and 1 castle at the top. Pretty much.
Let's see, Moscow, all the skirmishes will die, the Mamelukes are retreating again, and another clear up by Jidba, but at the same time as every time.
How does Jidba how does he do that every time? Just kills all the army.
Well, the thing is, he just has a nice amount of Mamelukes. He's already healing them. He has 3 monks in the middle of his base. So he's just running there, killing all the very weak army, losing like 2 or 3. But in the meantime, he can reproduce like 2 or 3. And then just runs back, healing everything. But yeah, that's just the strategy to stay alive, not to win a game.
What kind of strategy is that?
The defending strategy with Mamelukes, I mean.
Yeah, but Jidba knows that he's not winning the game.
Yeah, I know. He's just, maybe he's just trying to, he knows that he's playing very chilled,
this
relaxed,
kind of mind games.
And he knows like, okay, the dimension needs to play his heart out because he does not want to lose this game. So I will just go for the exhaustion move. No one can blame me because he still, at some point it did look like he could take it back. And he still has 4 relics. It's not 10 to 2 relics, it's 8 to 4 relics. And he's just continuing, and maybe he's just like thinking, okay, if I play in a 2-game hour here, a 2-game hour game here, I have better chances in the next 2-hour game.
Yeah, and this one is really important game because whoever wins it has like
2 match points and huge momentum as well. I should be the one camping, XD. Yeah, you could.
Yeah, but that would be really stupid by... Well, I don't know.
Jidba says, hey. He only said, hey. Another attack on the left hand side killing lumberjacks, attack in the middle killing lumberjacks, attack in the north killing farmers, more villagers going down, Jidba down to 90 villagers, more and more villagers will go down now, sending them back to the TC here.
To the main TC.
Main TC. Feels that's 200 in favor of Jidba. Oh, and now Interdimension's actually getting the wood in the front. He still has a lot of wood in the back. Shouldn't get that, but should get the wood in the front. Just to prepare for the late game. Top 120 now for Jidba. I think it will be an anticlimactic GG pretty soon. Jidba should be realizing, damn, it's tough to kill me, but it's even tougher for me to win. Interdimension camping a bit too long now on his pop. Could take a fight. Taking the attack here. Will get cleared up again, but will take Mamelukes with himself. Good damage there. The monk will have to do a lot of healing, even getting some more kills. Sending in more and more units at the right hand side, obviously. And on the left hand side, it's still completely maxed out against 130 of Jidba. He's now getting some wood back, some nice map awareness there of Interdimension, creating more and more. And now he is finally sending in mixed troops. Sometimes we saw him only going for skirmishers or only going for hussars, which can obviously easily be cleared up, but mixed armies are so much tougher to get cleared up. Oh, and I think that might be the final moment. Jidba not retreating with his army and will lose all his Mamelukes. He's on the right hand side, and finally we might come to an end.
Well, he didn't lose it.
Oh, he didn't lose it.
After all.
Mamelukes are just too effing strong. Oh god. Top 110 for Jidba, 170 for Interdimension. He's sending in more. And
You should just make a castle on that hill. In the dimension. At the left side.
at the left
It
side.
would be busy.
Okay. And then just 15 more production facilities and just spam.
Yeah.
Right, this strategy now is just produce everything to the north. Let's see. Oh, that ship is healing again. What is the dimension doing? He's producing everything here. And now the next attack is coming up. Just solely killing the lumber camp would be a nice win here.
Ironically. Yes.
Damn, Jidba said. And that's
Whoa.
because of the lumber camp. 8 relics too hard, yes. Finally, Jidba realizes that this game is not in his hands to win. And it looks like the Dimension isn't playing as sloppy as the
What a fight
needed.
from him though.
Yeah, absolutely, what a fight. Realizing that the Dimension isn't playing sloppy enough to give this game out of his hands. Pop 80 for Jidba. He still has a nice army, but he has no wood control, losing all his farm eco. Now might even lose his monasteries. I think that would be a nice focus. And before the 2-minute mark, it's well played. GG. GG you two. And the code goes into 2 match points. Military count, cost efficiency for Jidba, eagle count, pretty even except gold, 14k more for Orchid. Wood better for Orchid as well. Relic gold.
How did they
difference.
collect so little stone in this game? Was there less piles?
I think so, yeah. I was a bit surprised as well when I looked at it. It seems like it. So that was an exhausting game for them for sure, but for us as well. So I will take a small sip to drink and a breath of fresh air. And we will be back with Persian's War and Prairie and maybe Han's War on GA. Stay tuned, guys. I will play you a song of my people.
Rumors creeping from the south of a giant.
باحث عن الطعام. عامل منجل. حتى
Just click your soldiers
Das ist so.
Follow the path to the blue flag.
Yes.
Follow the path to the blue flag.
Don't panic. It is here that my tale will end. The assassins will strike.
Did all your units make it to the flag?
They need to attack. Move to the next flag.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Das ist toll. Take the soldier. It's time for us to fight.
Lest we be caught in the crossfire.
The assassins will strike.
Don't panic. 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 Panic.
Thanks. We got to do a medley of our hits.
Holzer. Fiskimaffer. Veiktima namamaffer.
Erectus.
Veiktima namamaffer. Fiskimaffer.
Erectus.
Fight! Fight!
So players are launching the game. We are looking at game number 10 now. The score is 4-5. The eyes of Jidba. TheCode now having 2 match points to win this show match. And the next settings will be Persians on Prairie. Roomstock, tell me, how will this game look like?
From my experience, being aggressive on this map and on Persians is a good choice. So possibly we will see few barracks, like 4 or 5, 2 or 3 stables, siege workshops, and later some elephants.
Okay, so no elephant sitting and camping, yeah. Like a lot of goes from the side with some elephants and rams later on will be expected for sure. But to start, it feels like the most important unit is the Scorpion. Effective against halberdiers, reasonable against paladins, good against monks, good against elephants, but easily counted against nice amount of paladins running around or onagers.
And of course we have to remember that rams are really good at tanking scorpion fires, so we will most likely see some rams also.
Yeah, rams indeed. One guy in the chat is asking if we see another deathmatch team game tournament. The organization meeting for that will be in the next week, so we will see one coming up, and yeah, it will be kind of in the same price pool range like the ones before, I'd say. But let's jump into game number 10. Deathmatch, show match, Jidba against Interdimension. We're looking at Persians War on Prairie, short distance again. We're starting with 2 hussars. Let's see how the players will perform. I'm a bit surprised. No, totally reasonable start. 2 villagers on the stable to get out your camel a bit faster. Let's see. It looks like Jidba needs to send his villagers into his TC. A bit of a better start here for Interdimension, who has still a restart like.
Wow, yeah, making those Jidba's all villages silent in the TC is huge.
Yeah, isn't that a spot to restart? When Jidba is now going for a castle. That's such a 1600 build up. Oh
I
god, this is looking
this
so
aggressive
good.
map.
This is looking so good for Orkut.
And he only needs to win 1 game.
Yeah, out of 2. And this will be tough for sure. But siege workshops not being used by Orkut just yet. Camels in the back doing a good job. More villagers in the front going down. And in the back as well. It's 13 to 11 villagers. Let's see, maybe some more. He could have gotten like 3 or 4 more if the waypoints were a bit differently. So
yeah, no, it's just running through all the units Jidba has. One thing I would like to see from our Orkut is early monks. We did practice this game before 1 game, and he didn't make any monks. And I made monks, and that made the difference.
Okay, so monks indeed, because Jidba is heavily relying on those elephants, having 3 castles up, 3 siege workshops, so he is going for the stronger composition compared to the stable Rex opening from Interdimension, who obviously is now 15 pop ahead, is having a lot of control, raiding, controlling the gold spot, is the one who has the first patrols, is already building monasteries to secure relics, a bit protected by Jidba there. And now will be the one who's controlling all the areas and should be the first who's having traps out. There's food eco up in the back, or not food eco yet, but a lot of TCs soon to be up. And now it will be tough for Jidba to spread out. It's 95 pop to 52. The start is just so much better for Interdimension. As we said, that's something we did not expect. We expected both players to play very aggressive game, not a lot of camping, and just because you can take so much control, go for exactly this control approach.
From what I see, it feels like Jidba is not too familiar with this map. Judging by his start, but he should know the map.
He played it several times
sure.
in at least 2 tournaments where he finished 2nd and I believe 3rd. Yeah, I think so. And now the market for Interdimension, it is still completely open, selling wood till 68, so just giving him like a K more gold, so that's totally reasonable. And it looks like Jidba this time will have the relic advantage. Already soon to have 3, securing a 4th one. Not sure where the 5th one is. That's interesting. Jidba does not want to lose this game like he did before. Pop 150 to pop 100. No really big engagement so far. Only small skirmishes running around. And oh god, those camels will not do a lot of damage in this game. Without a single hit.
And also, camel speed. Weird choice. You usually want to go for paladins at the start to snipe scorpions or something, but camels are not too good at it.
So let's see, big push to the left hand side, realizing okay, there's stone, there is gold. I did see some farms maybe even, and yeah, he did. And ratings on the other side, so really on point there, doing all the right steps and all the right attacks. Even converting the elephant in the back there, perfect cost efficiency there. Sending some units back, but that would not have been necessary. Take a look at food eco. Some farms started, but yeah, that's tough. Let's take a look at the resources of Jidba. He still has so much more, but obviously he produced 50 units less. Or to be exact, 58 units less. He really needs to get his resources on the map if he doesn't want to die instantly here. Do Scorps have bonus attack against elephants?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. It is 8 plus 8 damage.
Oh. Okay, game is continuing now. Small pause from before. See some converts here in the top. And I want to see what's up with the relics. It's 2 for 3 for Jidba, 4 for Jidba, and still don't know where the 5th relic is.
Did something happen?
That later. Did something happen? It's pop 180 gets pop 100, so something will happen for sure. Rams coming in, the TC will not live for long. Some scorpions. I think it's a good defense by Jidba here. And -1, let's try you here, hey, it seems like someone dropped.
Wow, Jidba isn't in the game.
He isn't in the game? He isn't in the game.
Let's GB. I think they will restore.
Stupid ISP. Okay, let's take a look what we are looking at for now. I think this might be a clutch hold for Jidba. This is an ugly push. And at the
Orgut is having a really nice split of his elephants. He's coming from behind to those scorpions with bunch of elephants.
Military pretty even, largest army obviously in favor of 4 interdimension. So is villager count. And let me take a look. Relics isn't very important just yet. I will go back so they can start the restore. Oh, do you think see what interdimension did there? He was waiting for me to come back so I didn't get kicked, and then kicked all the other specs. That's a really good job, like working with the streamers. I have to thank him for that later. Both players not picking a single restart after 10 games. Orchid wanted to do it in one game, and
No.
yeah.
And Jidba even allowed him. I checked his chat and Jidba said that it's okay.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to violate the rules.
Jidba resigned. No, he did not. He did drop, and now we're restoring this game. The spec delay already started again. Pity Erdogan didn't have a career in Hollywood. I'm not sure if I can understand that. Well, never mind. We're in from the big attack of Ruben's stock as a caster. No, the big attack from Interdimension, obviously, who should now have a huge impact on the left hand side. I'm not really sure if Jidba will be able to defend it. His pop is so much lower. I think it's 180 against 110. And still some elephants even in the front castle there, which could help out immensely. Let's see how they will... Oh god, I actually would have forgotten to switch into the game this time. So luckily that's not the case, because Jidba dropped again, as you can see here, guys. So spectator, don't get overhyped. I will cancel instantly if we get into the game. I think we will not. I will tell him Jidba drop. Interesting stuff. So that necessary to watch into that. Oh, they're continuing for 30 seconds. You know that when a lot of scorpions going down, the elephants surrounding both sides. No meat shield for those scorpions here. Jidba's readings struggle. And losing all his gold villages for 110 against 180 still. So many more elephants here.
Wow, just lost pretty much everything there.
And we might...
I'm not surprised if he called GG actually.
Yeah, this might
Instead
not
of
have been
dropping.
normal drop.
Oh, did he?
Was it a GG? Hey!
Was he even here? Was Jidba even here when the game started?
Yeah, he has to click in the game.
Yeah, but if he dropped right after it and... well...
No, the game doesn't continue if you drop. I think he's moving monks. I'm not sure, but it looked ugly for sure.
Oh yeah, he's microing his monk, so he must be.
Look at what Orchid is Just messaging. That fight went amazing for me. Was Jidba clicking? I think he was.
Yeah, I think he was microing his monks.
Oh, Jidba's back in the room. Let's see if Awkward is putting the next restore. I think he is. So yeah, this game should be pretty much over. Oh god. Oh, that must be so insulting. You're playing your heart out, and the commentator and the enemy is asking, like, where you at your keyboard? Did you try to actually not die? And he said, oh, his head down though. Yes, I was trying my very best.
It was confusing that Orchid said that, like, hey, meaning like, is he here or something like that?
Yeah.
In the game.
I think I will ask the players if they want to play the Hunts War afterwards as well, because that is quite anticlimactic now. Backlay started into probably the last 30 seconds
I think if
of the summit.
Jidba loses this one, he doesn't want. Well,
Yeah,
I don't know what.
he's not really the guy of playing another game yet.
There's like $200. He will be. Whoever loses this one will be really upset.
Yeah, so true.
It's a bit unfortunate. Could have been like.
I think it's spread out 50 for the loser, 150 for the winner.
Okay. It didn't show anywhere, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I only noticed today. I got the notice today. So let's see how this will play out. Probably the last second. Jidba is converting, so he's doing his very best. He is having some monasteries. He is having the relic advantage. His castles will die. The golden come is absolutely in danger. So many more scorpions coming in now. Monks, after they get converts, are going back. And
Whoa! And those elephants coming out of the castle just at the right moment.
and clearing up everything. More and more coming in from the dimension. Now more elephants clearing this up. He is back on his score. Pop 103 against 170. Still looking extremely good for interdimension, but he lost most of it. Let's see. Yeah, there's still a reasonable amount of resources for Jidba here.
Jidba really pushing back?
Let's see.
Those
He's not
elephants.
producing anymore. He's doing some ones, some scorpions. And he's killing the traps here. This castle might survive. He's killing the ramp, and Jidba's still in this game.
Amazing.
Jidba does not want to die, no matter how bad it looks. Repairing the castle, building another castle there, and he can take fights against elephants and scorpions. He has a perfect counter.
I don't like that interdimension is still not making monks.
They are obviously tough to micro. He only started quite a reasonable 2-decker. Because still struggling, only pop 120. He is producing, let's see, out of like 2 of his ATCs. His siege workshops are working, his monasteries are working, his castles are empty, stable wrecks not in use. Now more push from the north, but it seems like Jidba again should have what will be needed to defend. Well, the monks should convert.
Yeah, monks make the difference here.
That's a good start for Jidba again, killing all the rams, and then he's closing the distance against the scorpions as well. Monks are doing a great job, nice amount of converts here. The rams all down, the scorpions now being attacked as well. 140 against 180 pop. The repair is over. Now more and more elephants coming in. The eco now finally kicking in. Look at this, quite a reasonable food eco. And Jidba did hold it off. He is ahead in points. Now I would love to see
scorpion mess from Jidba.
Yeah, indeed, nice scorpion mess. Interdimension should go for some onagers or combat cannons.
Yeah.
But at the moment it looks like Jidba might even save that castle here.
Oh, he's not repairing it.
Oh. He will.
200 HP.
I'm going on stone to continue repairing. Funny stuff. And Jidba is staying strong. And remember guys, he had 4 relics against the 0 relics.
But look at the interdimensions economy. He has 150 villages. I think maybe it's too many, but
that might be too much.
Yeah, but it means that he can afford losing, but of course losing is not thing you want to do.
Room stop. We are both like top 15 players in the world in deathmatch. And how can we be so wrong misjudging the situation that we thought this game would go like 1 minute and we both were like, oh god, let's hope they play another game. And suddenly it's Jidba with a stronger army here. 70 army against 50.
Because Jidba is magician.
Magician indeed! He's a great player. And having monks and
happen.
doing wonders with them. Now the scorpions are pretty much out of position and he might lose a lot of scorpions. That will hurt him a lot. The monks doing their help and some scorpions get in back. Now he's attacking back. One elephant making his way to the scorpion. That's totally enough to do major damage. So the scorpions will not attack into this fight in the middle. I think, even castles having out. Now the traps attacking the scorpions. That's so good. The monks now keep doing even their healing power. I think the monks a bit further back with their boss. Jidba needs to produce.
Yeah, but he's sending his army at the top. What? Totally mispositioned army at there. And Orchid even making sneaked stables behind Jidba Seeker. That's gonna hurt.
Oh yeah, indeed. Oh god, that will hurt. Now losing one castle, a loss he can take. He totally got everything out of this gold spot. This elephant securing the stone spot. And it seems like now he is holding again. No meat shield in front of the scorpions. But Rico is just not looking good in the back.
70 villages left. It's going to be a long rocky road to come back from this.
He's doing a good job trying to expand to the west side of his map, but still not enough, just not enough villages to really expand. Getting more monks, and he's basically also relying on monks here at the moment. Mansions equal, just looking perfect. Still on the hunt for the 5th relic. Does this map only have 4 relics? So confused.
4 relics? Really?
Yeah, I have no idea where the 5th relic is.
Oh yeah.
Focusing in this house. The defense but only pop 100 against pop 160.
Even builds castles there. That's a true commitment to the raiding.
Yeah, I think that's a bad choice actually, because elephants can so easily be defended, and that's a lot of stone that you actually don't want to lose.
But I think intermission can afford losing those castles in this situation.
Yes.
But in many different situations, it would be worth it.
Yeah, so now the first lumber camp for Jidba, so did not have a single wood income so far in this game. Trying to convert, and more paladins coming into the left hand side, and the attack on the top is so big. No traps, no sea traps, but lots of elephants and traps there. So it will do major damage for sure. And it's just keeping him from expanding to the north, and after you got pushed back in the south and want to expand to the north, it's ugly if you get pushed there.
And population dropping
The
below
minimap is so
90.
weird. The minimap of Jidba, because there is not a single farming villager there. There's so few red dots, although it's all his area. Top 90 now. Jidba is
It's funny how there's
hanging.
like 50% of this map that no one is using.
Yeah, all this area over here. It's just ridiculous. And here on the left hand side. But yeah, that's just a bit how the map works. If you don't have hills, there is not a real reason to build castles over there. And if there aren't spots, like over here. Oh, I found the last relic. It's close to the stone spot on the side for Orchid, where he's sending villagers now, on the right hand side. It didn't show on the minimap.
Wow, yeah, I see.
Oh, that's interesting. It's so weird to defend that. Jidba needs to convert at the top, needs to build some units in the south, but he actually has enough stone for another castle. I think I would go for 2 more castles and just try to stabilize.
Yeah, but there's not many things that he can do anymore. This is looking
Now his elephants have to fight against Halberdiers.
so bad for him.
Onager might snipe that trap. Yep. And the castle is standing strong. The push on the top is real. And we can see WP. Well played.
Well
Reds.
played.
Oh
Whoa.
god. What a great
set.
series. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Oh man, let's take a look at the achievements. Military count, better for interdimension. Economy should be so much better for him. Food count, more than 10k
Wow.
more wood is incredible.
Look at the wood difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gold count as well, villager. But the 4 relics for Jidba there. Let's go back and see what they're writing. And yeah, final score. Want to do hunts for the viewers. I will ask them. And yeah, the final score for the official part will be 4-6, and the win will go to Interdimension.
And Jidba is up for the last game. That's
Okay.
really nice
I'm really too
sportsmanship
tired.
there. Wow, yeah. This has been really exhausting games.
I should ask them for 2v2 and go for like Vikings Britons.
Yes.
Or I think
Why
like
that?
Persians Vikings. I think we should win as well. Okay. Or do you want to do a show match Jidba against you? No, I will cast it. If you wanted to, but we can call it a day. Obviously, we
know.
had like 4 hours, a bit more than 4 hours of streaming now. Thank you so much, Roomstock, for all your inside info, all your hype, and all your laughter. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to be here. Always casting good games.
Okay, then, GG. Thanks for the games. I will see if I can learn how I can host people. And then I will, for the first time in my life, oops, I shouldn't show you that. Will host someone. Let me take a look. Who is streaming? Why is my internet so slow? I will give you Winch is not playing IOC, then I will not host him. I'm not really sure who do I want to host. Let's do Memp, because Memp did stream with Katsuni yesterday, and I had so many great memories. So, host. Not sure of that. Oh, it doesn't work that way. Host on Twitch. Backslash host. So not playing at host, exactly host. Okay. So have a great time and see you hopefully soon with more Deathmatch action. We will have only the channel owner can host people. I'm the channel owner, man. And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed Deathmatch action, we will have more Deathmatch action coming up in I think the end of the year or start of next year. And meanwhile, you can follow Clan Masters, the Final Showdown. You can follow Absolute Random Cup, all hosted in AOC Cups. And I will do 2 weekend tournaments as well. So stay tuned. Make sure to follow the channel. If you want to support Wibbly Official, make sure to either subscribe or if you want to support us even more, to donate. Thank you so much for Roomstock, and now enjoy your time with Membrio. Last words for you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Host Viper? Oh, Viper just started dreaming. Oh god. Yeah, then I will host Viper. Because he's co-casting tomorrow. Well, why do I have to find excuses to post people? How is his channel, the Viper? It's TyRanT the Viper. Okay, that's a good start for him. Sorry, man. I still love you.
Oof.
What a long series.
That was exhausting. Almost like more exhausting than playing 4 hours.
Yeah. They didn't make any pauses in between. That's sick.
Yeah. Or no restarts. First series.
Oh, yeah.
Thankfully it wasn't.
Yeah, we only had a 1-2 hour game.
Yeah, the first like 5 games were pretty fast. 2 hours or something.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was fun. Just ask second time if you're streaming something or casting something, I can count co-cast.
Okay, yeah, sweet.
Rusting? It should be fun.
Yeah.
Some different.
Yeah, and it should be super fast. I played one. Yeah, we did play today. Yeah, what did I say? Yeah, and I think this should be good.
But why was there stone even though it was stone?
Yeah, we will fix that. I think they only made it minus 200 stone instead of 0 stone. Because we did play it on normal resources. In normal resources,
it's
it started with
400.
like 400. Yeah.
Okay, that explains. Okay. Well, I think I will go for to do something else.
Yeah, and I'm obviously hosting King of the Hippo 3, which will be
Whoa.
2v2v2v2.
Oh, and it hasn't been published yet, right?
No, it's still some time.
Okay. I was planning on hosting the cope tournament in deathmatch, but I took a break on summer, so I never organized anything, or it was just a thought. Did you hear about it?
I only heard that I didn't hear about it myself, but someone said when I asked for times that your tournament isn't happening, so I could take any free weekend.
Yeah. Okay, well, see you.
Okay, thank you so much. See you, mate.
User disconnected from your channel.
Nilford stream Jidba versus Orchid. Oh, okay, nice. Thanks, Nilford, or whoever hosted me then. What was the score in the game? How did it go? PSI Jello, latest subscriber. I'm not sure if that was during the last stream or before. Okay, Orchid won. Okay. Ever used Mass Teutonic Knights? I've done it a couple of times. But they're only like they're like a super. They're only efficient in certain situations, primarily against infantry or paladin late game or against Mamelukes. They can be good against elephants as well. join this. Oh, this is a nice team game as well. I let you guys decide. There's a 2v2 being hosted by... Oh shit, Spring's there. Oh my god, Spring. 1400 team game rate. Amazing. So our options are... There's an Arabia team game that seems to be a 4v4. Four, 2v2. Seems like most people prefer the 2v2. Play Tetris. Yeah. Did you pay the $20 to fire? Why would I pay $10 to fire? Oh, these guys are joining. RCL. Leary is also hosting a 1v1 now. Do Black Forest. Okay guys, when I said you can decide, it was like between the decent options and choices, okay? I am not playing Black Forest. T9 official, just subscribe. Thanks a lot, Tristan. Appreciate that. You're my 20th subscriber. 5 more subscribers and I can add more emotes. No problem, I might change the ones I have currently as well, trying to make them a little bit more interesting. I think I'm gonna try and add PKZ as an emote, like a disappointed look or something. Disappointed or angry, something. I needed 20. I think it's 25, right? Sure, I think so. But thanks a lot. Hope you enjoy the game, sister. Just they started to do so it's not an option anymore. I think for or did they just leave? See Doga PH anymore? Guess they left. What's my opinion on Hideout? It's a map. It's okay. Not the best map. It's the maps, but it's decent. And 8V. These sub people I want more character modes, yeah. Good. will work for ice cream is just subscribe. Thanks a lot. If anyone has work in ice cream, then he's the guy you want to go to. He'll work for ice cream. Thanks, mate. Sub-train incoming, indeed. Okay, so let's get back to see what we have to do. What choices we have. See O'Leary hosting a 1v1. Spring hosting a 1v1, but apparently he's drunk. There's a 1700 plus Black Forest game. You know what? I might be willing to do that if you guys prefer that. But I'm not sure how serious I'll be able to play. Sell up, boys. Play Nomad. It's not looking good for Nomad. Yet. Black Forest. You know what? Fuck this. Let's play Black Forest. Great stuff. Black Forest going around on everyone. Hashtag dicks out for Harambe. Isn't that what you want? Don't go to the dark side. It's too late. I've turned. But I'm pretty sure it will be with this. After this game I've had my share of Black Forest for probably a year or so. God, I dropped something. The coming part around the air plugs makes it uncomfortable to have your ear. I can find it. Rip. This is not good. Okay, I found it was actually stuck in my ear. It's a little bit embarrassing, but hey ho. What do you know? Nice stream. Thank you, Sharon. I know you're a viewer. Thanks. Well, things change, mate. Things change. Okay, what's our strategy? What's our strategy, guys? Very good times. Woo! Thanks for the subscription, Henzor. See, I'm joining Black Forest games and I'm getting subs left and right. What the hell is this? Trush Man at Arms. Sneak Will, Villager, Drush. Guys, like, we need to agree on one strategy. Can someone make a straw poll and pick a couple of the strategies and we'll go for the one? Okay, straw poll. Okay, what strategies do we have? Let me see. Strat. Let me see. Sneakville. Oops, no. Didn't mean to maximize AOC. Rip. Let's try to not be too trolling. Bear Rush, that's too trolling. Persian douche. Need to kind of be Persians for that, but hey ho. Castlage skirmed. Sure, why not? Rush into what? Viper and run? Oh, not yet. P-Tart spam. Guys, these guys aren't bad players. I can't do whatever I want, okay? They're not that bad. Can't do P-Tart. Fast imp, monk rush, 1 TC. Trush. Okay guys, that's gonna be bit ball. Those are gonna be the options. Okay guys, vote, go. Sneak go. Go guys, go. The poll is in the chat. Vote. Sneak will. It's looking like people just want to sneak a villager. Oh, fast! Oh, monks! Oh, fast! Monk rush is closing in. This is... oh my god, so close! I'm gonna stop at 100 votes. Seems like we're gonna reach that. Okay, wait. Oh, it's still very close. Okay, let's wait. Let's see. Okay, fast imp, monk rush has the most votes and we're fast one. Okay, guys, that's it. Fast imp, monk rush. Here we go. Whoa. I'm not trying to give away my strategy or anything, just sending them within it. Hopefully I get a good monk save. Turks? It's okay. You can do that. Do both. Sneak villager, 1 TC fast imp. Guys, where to play with explored. All your Smurf struggle accounts paid off. Except I think it's IP checking, so pull that off then I'm impressed. Yeah, this is kind of a... should be good. I don't know, we'll see. We'll adapt as we go. Can't be on Black Forest, why not, man? Greatest map that ever was made. Now we just need to come up with a good build for fast aiming. It's fast Viper using Bolt. I actually think I might be fast there. Oh shit. They're not expecting me to wall and stuff. Oh my god, the lag! Holy cow. Yeah, J squared. Still disappointed that didn't get accepted. And wanted to join BF fan forever now. It's weird, my computer is having this... feels like it's having this lag stuff going on again. So I might have to reboot. Hopefully not, we'll see.